Archbishop Michael, thank you very much for sitting down with us today.
You're very welcome, and it's a pleasure for me to be able to do so, Tina.
Now, with the discovery of these 215 children that were found buried in Kamloops, what would you like to say about that?
I think what I'd like to certainly once again express my sorrow, apology, commitment to do something about it. But it was, of course, a very sad revelation for all of us. The TRC had indicated that there was something like this, but there was so much information at the TRC that it probably didn't get the particular attention it deserved. It strikes a chord, I think, and that's evident across the country, how it's resonated with people. It's tragic, and it raises the whole question once again, as probably should be raised, once again, of the whole Indian residential school system. That was, I think, a dark period of Canadian history that we have to own. We can't forget it, and this was, I think, a pretty stark reminder of that reality.
The Pope just spoke this past Sunday and said that he was very pained by the trauma that Indigenous people are now going through because of the discovery, but stopped short at actually issuing a real apology. Would you like to take this opportunity to send an apology to the survivors?
I would certainly love to send an apology to survivors, to their families, and even, perhaps even down through the generations, families that have been affected by this, even if it was the case of a child lost many years ago. We don't forget those things. Those things remain engraved in a family's history, and these are things that should not have happened. And certainly I offer apology, a sincere apology.
Everybody is asking the Pope for this apology. Why do you think he's hesitant?
Looking at it a few days later, it might have been a missed opportunity. But the actual reasons why he didn't use the word apologize, he used sorrow and pain. Tina, I really don't know that,
This past week, we've been covering non-stop stories from survivors, from leadership, from people that are deeply affected by the horrific abuses done to these innocent children.
Yes.
How can we move on from this? How can the church make it right?
To admit to admit guilt where it's due for the things that were done wrong, that are indefensible.